So whenever you have to develop a business context diagram, or how do we even develop a business context diagram? This is something that a business analyst must do in the very early stages of a project, right? Very, very early stages of a project. Now, when we have to develop a business context diagram, the first step is to draw an oval, or sometimes they call it the black box, right in the center. What does that mean? And what do we put in here? This means the system in question. So this oval represents the system in question. And what does that mean? A system in question. System in question means, where are we bringing the change? Is it to a specific application? Is it to the entire department? Is it to set of application? Let's say the change is coming to mobile application, right? System in question goes right in the center, and we represent it with an oval. The second step in developing a business context diagram is to understand who will use this mobile application. Not just one role, it could be many roles, right? It could be the client, it could be the back office staff, it could be the banking staff, it could be anyone. So a good business analyst will not just think about one role, they will think about the primary users, and they will also think about the secondary users, right? Understand both. So first step, system in question. Second step, what roles are going to use this application? Third step, what are the other systems this system in question, what are the other systems this system in question connected to? Could be numerous different systems. And how do we figure out what these systems are? We figure this out by speaking with our stakeholders. Because as a business analyst, when you will join a project, you won't have much idea about the domain, the area that is undergoing analysis. You won't have much idea, but there will be stakeholders, subject matter experts that will be available to you. And during that time, what you will do is you will work with them, you will show them, the system in question, the roles, and you will ask the questions. What are the different systems? And why are they connected to this system in question? Once you know what are the different systems that are connected to this system in question, system 2, let's say, system 3, or system N, and the next step is, where does the data get stored? And this is a sign for a database. Let's say the client database. Where does the data get stored? And most importantly, and the last aspect would be, what stakeholder groups or departments use this data for generating the reports? And what are their reporting requirements? As long as you can cover this, right? Present something like this, stakeholders will be extremely happy, because what this does to stakeholders is that it gives them one place to see the entire application, components of the application, who uses the application, where does the data get stored, who uses the data for reporting purposes, right? And the benefit of creating this early on a project is it helps you and the stakeholders uncover additional systems that may have been missed, additional systems, plus some stakeholders that could have been omitted. That is the primary reason. So when you are taking a look at the answer for what is a business context diagram, the reason why it has been written the way it has been written is because of this. And the representation of system in question as oval, a database being represented in a cylindrical view here, the flow of data being used and the directions being represented one way or two way, the picture of this role. Where does this come from? It comes from UML or BPMN. UML is Unified Modeling Language, BPMN, Business Process Management Notations, right? Those are the standards, so that when I draw this picture and I send it to offshore, let's say to Mexico, where the team is sitting, they exactly read it the way I have created it, because they also understand what these symbols mean, what these notations mean, right? So that's the benefit of using a standard UML. It's just a mere standard of notations. BPMN came after UML. Again, what is it? It's a standard of notation. And what does it help us with? It helps all the teams have common understanding on the notations being used and what do they really mean, right?